everyone, this is the second video of the very important and very valuable interview with Peter Thornhill. To recap from our previous video, Peter shared with us his story, explained that he didn't come from a wealthy family but has managed to build immense wealth that gives him a passive income stream of over $400,000 a year for his wife and him to enjoy, which includes international travel, beautiful experiences, lovely food, and great health and balance in your life.
Yep.
As Peter shared, his message is, really to get people to start investing. We share the same, passion and a very similar philosophy, and it's about building and buying over a long period of time, when you can, quality investments. Now, we are going through uncharted times with COVID-19. We've seen share markets fall on average 30% around the world, and no country has been immune from this. Can you share with me how this has impacted your strategy? What are you doing right now?
Pretty much it's the same thing I did when the global financial crisis hit. And
imagining you went shopping for shares.
I have been chipping away, buying more parcels to the existing holdings, so that if the dividends are cut, we own more shares and we'll help maintain. You're
essentially buying more shares,
yes.
And I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm going in there. I don't think it's nervous of steel. I think it's actually an incredibly exciting time. I look at them and go, look at the bargains I can now buy. I can buy this at a 30% discount. Just like if your favorite shoe shop went on sale, you'd go and stock up on your favorite shoes. You'd be excited. How are you coping with the noise? Because it's great to have these goals and to understand what you're doing and to think, yep, I'm going to go buy, this next $1,000 of shares that I buy represents, more passive income to add to my portfolio. But then we flick on the news or we open up our browsers and there is these sensational headlines. How do you cope with that?
Yeah,
okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I shut it out.
Yeah.
Because it is too much information and it's designed to inflame.
I sort of say to people, it's good to be informed but not overwhelmed, and I agree with you. I think all this news, it almost becomes addictive, and if it's an addiction, it's a kind of a disease. At the end of the day, this should not be what you see on the news should not be impacting or altering your financial strategy, because these are the times where potentially once in a lifetime. What is if you're doing this at home and looking at your portfolios, what is the most stupidest thing you could do right now?
Keep doing it.
Keep looking.
Yeah. And then taking any action other than a positive step, which is accumulating more. It's bargain time.
Yeah. So this would be the stupidest thing you could do right now would be to sell. Yeah, to act on those emotions that are irrational and come with huge amounts of regret, but to hit that sell button, because then you really do turn that into a loss, and you don't get that passive income stream anymore. And there's a whole other list of negatives as well, which I won't go into right now. What is your advice then to someone who's built up a share portfolio, who's been is still really reasonably new to investing, and this is obviously a very daunting time because they haven't had the experience that you've gained over the last sort of 10, 15, 20, 30 years or longer? Where would you suggest that they focus their energies if they do want to be informed about their portfolios?
Just don't start selling down or getting frustrated. If you can, chip away with a little bit.
Yes, yeah.
It doesn't matter how much. It's more the emotional impact of doing it and the jollies you're going to get later on when the share price is back where it used to be.
So your advice is sit it on your hands and do nothing, and if you can afford to, just put in a little bit more, make the most of this time if you can afford to. All right, Peter, thank you so much. Next video, which will be published in 3 days, I'm going to hit Peter up and ask him what is he investing in, what investments does he like, what investments does he steer clear of, and what his actual financial strategy is. So make sure you're subscribed and switch on that notification bell.